Okay, so before I get booed by the Linux fanboys, understand that my channel, my YouTube channel, started because of Linux, and I am rooting for Linux. And when I heard that you could play Dota and Counter-Strike on Linux, I was super excited about it. But these are my results. So there is still a lot of frame drops, and the input lag is noticeably there. And then at times my frames would shoot way up, but I mean, that's inconsistent, you know? And then here's a comparison on Windows 10 with the exact same settings. And for the record, I had made a video on how to dual boot Linux with Windows 10, but I ended up not uploading it because of a few reasons. The biggest one being that I thought the installation would be more streamlined, and it's actually tougher to dual boot Linux with Windows 10, and it's not Linux's fault by any means, it's Windows 10's doing. Their partition manager is not as, I mean, I don't know if it's ever really been great, but even besides that, it's kind of finicky. Windows 10 doesn't want you messing with the hard drive or partitioning, it seems like. And anyways, you know, I'm tech savvy enough to get around all that stuff, so I did, and I finally ended up installing Linux, and the results were kind of unfortunate. In theory, what I thought would happen is that the game would actually gain FPS in Linux, just because the operating system is a lot less bloated than any Windows 10 operating system is. But optimization is a heck of a thing, I suppose. And the worst part about it all was the input lag. The input lag is literally unbearable, and I know that's hard to see on screen, but you know, once you've felt Counter-Strike at 300 FPS on a Windows 10 operating system and you try it on anything else, it's pretty rough, unfortunately. And then I ran into some other little bugs here and there, you know, not being able to play at 144 hertz unless I was at the native 1080p. That one really bothered me. Then besides that, OBS was missing a few features for some reason. That didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, you know, since it's an open source software. You think it'd be better suited for Linux, but I guess not. And then for the record, before you tell me, well, you don't know what you're doing, blah, 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 I've gotten better results. I did try it on 3 different operating systems with 3 different interfaces, and I used proprietary drivers. I'm sure some of you, you know, you may have supercomputers or whatever, and you have gotten better results than I have. But, you know, I'm not going to go in there and try to code the entire operating system to run this game. I want something that just works out of the box. And, you know, Linux Mint and Ubuntu are, you know, trying to make good on that promise. But unfortunately, they have a long way to go. And that's just the reality. And, you know, like I said, I am rooting for them. And I hope they do well, because I would love to get rid of all the, you know, crap with Windows 10, the security, the privacy. You know, it's annoying, and like I said, I was really rooting for them, and it was a little disappointing.